Remember Francisco, the mighty sparrow, the original birdie, the king of smut. When Sparrow used to sing them kind of song, the times when Sparrow used to sing it, because you have to remember before the 80s, anything that sound rude, they ban in, and you're not getting airplay. So he had to be very, very creative in the things that he was saying. He was a master of the art form. And the name of this song is Lying Excuses. And looking at the Parliament and the Senate, listening, and I find that all I'm thinking of is songs like Lying Excuses and King Liar. I'm trying to understand, how did this become our country? Before we go further, and tonight I don't mind taking some calls, we have a phone line 308 Phil, believe it or not. And you could call me on 308 Phil because I am broadcasting on 682-2110. So you could call me on 308 Phil. For those of you, but I think that you had to be on, I think that you had to be on the digital network to get me, because apparently we can run 2 phone networks in Trinidad. First it was the internet, now it's the phone networks. They can't run nothing in Trinidad, but they could thief, boy. They could thief well. I mean, seriously, that clause 5, boy. That clause 5, I mean, Satan must be wins. I telling you, you must say, nah, what are you trying that in truth, boy? You ever play all fours with people who just pack card, and you know, and you're watching a man watching you in your face, fiddling around in the pack on the dead cards, looking for the save jack, and you're telling him, boy, you're trying that, boy. Clause 5 felt like that. Clause 5 felt like that. And today, I had to straighten people out. I want to tell you all something. Let me just, I want to get a date for something. I was supposed to get this date before I came on the live, and it's to draw a reference for you, to you. November 5th, 2012. November 5th, 2012. Did you hear me? I was part of the organizing round table that led the march against the People's Partnership and Section 34. We put 50,000 people in the road. We packed Independence. By the time we reached Independence Square, police had to just send everybody South Key. We packed Independence Square. We put about 50,000 people on the road. November 2012. Did those 50,000 people marching pull down the People's Partnership? For all the coward, and they used to react, because the next day they was inside the Parliament repealing the law. They used to react because, and this is why you have to have people with the UNC who understand that you're entitled to be in government. You don't have to panic every time somebody do something, and they used to panic easy, and the PNM knew that. Faris and Rowley knew that, Ansel Roger knew that. It was easy to panic then. But in November 2012, we put 50,000 people on the street. Section 34 march. The one question I want to ask is, yeah, Bella Vex, she want to be down here playing with me and doing this live. So ignore her buffs. She buffing daddy. Anyway, 2012, 2013, 2014, September 2015. 3-4 years. Almost a month to the day, 3-4 years. And the point I'm trying to make is, if marching and 50,000 people didn't pull down the UNC and the People's Partnership, because all of them had no belly, and no spine. Some of them leaders. I mean, McCandle Dagger was in the last days. Winston Tukaran was looking for the political version of likes and shares. He wasn't studying the rest of the crap that's going on around him. The country didn't have real strong leaders, with the exception of Jack Warner. And that march, I'm telling you all this, having sat on that round table, that Section 34 march wasn't about Section 34, you know. That march was to get civil society and the rest of Trinidad and Tobago to pay attention to the PNM again. Because Kamala had beat Manning so bad in May 2010. She had beat him so bad that in July, she called a local government election and beat him again. The PNM was so demoralized, so destroyed. The first meeting they called, public meeting, they went in their heartland. They closed Bones Road and put up a big tent and put on chairs, partner. And 7 people came. I know, because it was me and 6. And I went to see, to listen to Colm and Hines and Rowley barking at empty Bones Road. Stray dog crossing the road, stopping to look. What's going on there? The PNM was dead, stone dead. But Section 34, when the jackass girlfriend write a headline, Ish to be freed, that galvanized people. But I want to take aside here to let you all know this. Ish Galbaransing and Brian Quaiton came out of the belly of the PNM. So all of this was so simple to manage and to handle communication-wise. But they have nothing more cocky and arrogant than some of these people in the UNC, sure of their ignorance and know nothing about what they're doing with communication. And I want to tell you something. For all they delivered, and they delivered a lot, they lost the election by death, by 1,000 cuts. And the PNM realized that because the PNM had nothing. The PNM had nothing. When you play, coming back to my all fours analogy, 12 cards deal. You have 6 trump in your hand, your partner have 5. That means they have 2 between them. And you, if they're lucky, and you're watching ace, king, queen, jack 10 in your hand, and they bluff you and beat you game, that's what the PNM did to the People's Partnership. That's what Rowley and Faris, and give them the props. Stuart was nowhere around then. Give Faris and Rowley the props. They worked that hard. They get David Abdullah, who wanted to be loved. So he was happy to be up close and personal with Rowley, Faris, and Roger. Before the People's Partnership, Roger was just another noisemaker. But the cabal that the round table was, and when we realized, because I want to tell you something here, Section 34, March, I still think was the right thing to do. It was the right thing to do because the law was written to free people wanted for criminal offenses. And that is an abuse of Parliament of the highest order. And Volney and others should have gone to jail for that. A former judge, he should have known better. And they should have gone to jail for that. Because that was hijacking the highest court. That was an attempted coup of the justice system. Herbert Volney, who admitted that it was him, and he still keeps sticking some barbs, trying to tell people it wasn't he alone. But like, he can't find enough balls in his jockey shorts to come out and say what he wants to say. So he just had to sit down and keep spitting through his face in the teeth from the sidelines. But the People's Partnership convened the Parliament, repealed Section 34. So the next round table meeting, because we had a round table meeting regular to plan that march that got those 50,000 people on the road. And the next meeting, we were expecting everybody to congratulate each other, drink a Cokes and a Pepsi, and go your separate way. And it is in that meeting that I heard Ansel Roger and Keith Rowley talking about, we had them against the wire, now is the time to press. And I started to hear names repeatedly, Jack Warden and Annan Ramlogan. Those were the 2 people they were going for. They were sure that the strength of the UNC was Jack Warner and Annan Ramlogan. And they used people like Rudal Modilal, who was tired of playing second fiddle. He was the heir apparent. So people who felt like they were pushed aside when Annan came in from the COP and Jack Warner touched down and take over, plenty of them felt slighted. So when they got an opportunity, because it's not the same when you're on the sidelines in opposition and you're trying to get it work. It's different when you're in government. You want titles like leader of government business. You want to pull up and park in the big spot. You want to come out and eat the big piece of chicken, as Chris Rock is saying. That's what went on. But every time, every single time, a Mark Boss, Anil, Chanjesh, Glenn, every mark that bust in the UNC is another UNC sell them out. Because the ladies get bored. And all of this fact, verifiable fact. Now, they have people like Brian Stone who wants to be UNC till he dead. He wants to buy talk sycophants in the PNM, but he don't have a problem being a UNC sycophant. So he can't talk the truth. And that's the problem right there. Because a leader supposed to be able to take the truth. Supposed to be able to take jam. You're the leader. You're in the front. You're the decision maker. You just get a big piece of chicken. But you're supposed to be able to take the truth. You're not supposed to be walking around with, like the emperor, stark naked in tongue, and people telling you they love your new clothes. And you being fooled. The worst thing you could do for your leader is to lie to them, to embellish, to sell them their own view of reality. Tell me the truth always. What going on the ground, I want to know. I need to know. Inside the PNM's round table, when they announced that Section 34 out of the way, they're going for Annan and Jack, I realized when Jack Warner had made his statement in his own way, that he looked out the window and he didn't see one Indian in the march, it was to send a jab back. Jack is a master politician. He's run out of steam. But when they announced in that round table that it now was about knocking out Jack and Annan from the People's Partnership, I said, I didn't sign up for none of that. And I left. That was the last time I went to the round table. But Section 34, that mistake by Herbert Volney and all the others who were involved in Section 34 trying to write a law so financiers could escape answering for their crimes, that Section 34 breathed life into a dead PNM. Nobody was going to have anything to do with the PNM again. If the UNC didn't get cocky, if the UNC didn't overplay their hand, if the UNC didn't do Section 34, the UNC would be on their third term now. Because no matter what you want to say, I could tell you this. No government in our history has delivered in shared delivery of goods and services what the People's Partnership delivered. No government. Nowhere. Now inside of there was a lot of corruption. And that's the problem. Because the PNM is corrupt to the bone. But they know how to cover for each other. The UNC is the opposite. Thief don't like to see thief with long bag. You know what I'm saying? That is the law in the UNC. If you find out somebody, brother-in-law, get the contract for the runway lights, you want to give your brother-in-law the contract for the foreshore freeway lights. And it's fight down to the very end, inside the cabinet, outside the cabinet, and that's what brings it down every single time. But the point I want to make, though, is you see this idea of rush out there and march? We've been there and we've done that. We put 25,000 people as the Jericho Project on the road. And we march for the justice for children every single year for 4 years. Force the government to take the Children's Authority bill that was languishing for 12 years. That's our full and focus. That's what we were marching for. Give us a Children's Authority law and set up the Children's Authority. And that is what we got. So when it happened, we didn't need to march that march again. But the people who telling you, we want to run outside and march against the PNM, against this PNM, this entrenched PNM on a second term, full wash of funny money. So now the funny money boys bold, because now they get into double down. All those who were thieving slight before, thieving bold now because they see that they have 4 years in front of them. And they could thief, pack, jack, pull card from the dead file. They could exchange card in front of your face. They know that in year 5, all they need to do is massage their members, their voters' ears, rub their head, give them a little something extra, and all is forgiven. So you can't march against that. And Brian Stone in Trinidad, and I told him today, I said, Brian, you can't call this march. 1, you don't have the size. 2, you don't have the length. 3, you shouldn't have the inclination. You need somebody with power and authority. When you're convening a round table, give Jackie Jacket and Jim his gym boots. When you went to the round table that Keith Rowley convened, it was Rowley, Abdullah, Faris, Roger, Jennifer Baptiste Primus, and then all the heads of all the unions and all of us and all of civil society. Before you even talk much, you convene a round table and you put to the group, this is the issue. This is what we want to deal with. But everybody who out there looking for likes and shares, because a lot of these people who want to march, they're not marching for outcomes, you know. They're marching for numbers. It's like the people who do videos on social media for likes and shares. To say, look how much people like me. Look, they like me now. A lot of these people who want to organize marches want a successful march. So they can go and tell Kamala, you see what I do for you? And you see what I could pull? Give me a rank now so I could like myself. That's what it's for. It's not for you. It's not for Trinidad. And you're going to be out there marching like an ass, round in circles, to accomplish nothing. And I'm telling you this, if there is not an objective to the march, why march? And if you don't have a planning committee for the march, the 25,000 people at the Jericho Project put on the road, it took a round table. Diana Mahabir, Wyatt, Catherine Stallmeyer, White, anybody who would sit down with us, we pulled them into that meeting. And we got ourselves organized and we planned a march. I'm saying again, that to just say you're marching for marching's sake is barking for the sake of sound. And to the other side, it makes you look weak. Because a march is a tool. A march is something that you're doing, and a lot of you all outside there who fed up with the PNM feel that you're going to riot and beat biscuit pan in town. Yeah, no problem. Let's say you do that. Let's say that Carl Public Orders Act is suspended and police don't come and beat all you. Let's say they let you riot. What's the end game? What are you going to do? Let's say they let you burn tires all over town, you close South Key and Wrightson Road, you make a mess by Lady Young Road, nobody can come in, they back up, the news telling you 50,000 people, 100,000 people stranded. Okay, you do that for 2 days. Then what? Who making sandwich for you? Who bringing juice? What you're asking for? What are you asking for? What are your demands? Because if you're just out there marching and you're out there rioting for rioting's sake, what's the point of you? You're reacting? Now is not the time for reaction. Now is the time for sober, level-headed plans with a goal. I tell Trinidad and Tobago, there is one goal. One. Remove the PNM from office. But Kamala may not have the stones for that. That was Rowley's full objective. Break the People's Partnership by any means necessary and get them out of office. Now, they may have stayed until 6 months extra, but by the time the UNC and the People's Partnership presented itself to government, to the electorate, the Congress of the People was dead, fractured by infighting, broken by lawsuits. The leader, Prakash Ramada, was sued by his brother that reached the Privy Council. Anil Roberts abdicate and gone across to the UNC. Winston Tukaran joined the towel and for election night at Gaston Court, he didn't even have the decency to show up and anoint his replacement. He called them on the phone and he called and he speak to all the candidates. Who there? Nalini? Hey, how you going, Nalini? Good job, eh, darling? Let me speak to Vernon. I mean, that night I thought Winston Dukran was the biggest waste of political time I have ever seen. And you might be bright. and they might know how to stack numbers till they talk French. I don't care about that. When we talk in politics, we talk in leadership. And when we talk in leadership, you have to know where you're trying to go. Otherwise, what's the point of you? So I say this to Trinidad and Tobago. The only purpose right now of anybody getting involved politically is to remove the PNM. You have to tell the public, by removing the PNM, we will repeal property tax. We will repeal this version of the procurement and remove clause 5. You now have a shopping list of sins to tell the public, vote them out, stand with us, shut the country down, come and do like Cabal saying, take off your shirt and sit down outside the Prime Minister's office for 2 weeks. Do everything, do all of it, do more. But don't just throw yourself in the road and march around the Red House. Watch we, look we, hey, take a selfie. And then what? So today, members of the cleavage squad, because I used to call her the selfie queen. Every morning she'd get 400 likes from the same tired old men that just happy to get that cleavage shot. But Suzette is not a stupid person. That's why we allowed her into the Progressive Empowerment Party. She is just difficult to work with. She's not a team player, and that's why nobody wants to work with her. She is going to remain herself outside there, hollering and screaming, and that's no problem. Because I watched her video, and all that she said made sense until she twist her face and point her finger in the camera and tell Trinidadians what they go take for all to riot, what they go take for all to go out in the street and protest. And I had to ask this woman, you not here? You not in Trinidad? You take your family and you take them to a country that works the safe. You have people coming on my thread to say you left because of crime. 2 little black boys walk along your street and frighten you out of Trinidad. For whatever reason you're not here. You can't be telling other people who treading water in this latrine pit what they should be doing when you not here to face police boots and butu. You're out of place. That is hypocrisy. That is like Jesus Christ staying in the garden of Gethsemane and sending Peter and Simon and Andrew and David and whoever, all you go in the temple and turn over the table for me. Go and turn over a table there for me. Leadership leads from the front, friend. And I ain't saying you're anybody's leader. And I ain't saying you're trying to become something. I'm saying you're bright. I give you props. And whoever does feed you your information, they're feeding you on point. And you just come across good. You're presentable. Keep it up. But don't be stepping out of your crease and telling people who still in Trinidad and Tobago, who still taking jam, who at risk to Carl's Public Order Act and everything else that Farris is trying to take before that parliament, hidden inside. I hear them debating an act today. And when they call the list of laws that it's amending, I get scared. Because I don't trust these people. And I know that they would use the parliament for dictatorial reasons. And even that, if it happens, we will be to blame. Even that. Because right now, the government robbing. They're like galloping horses. You know why? Because you're not hearing from the opposition. And the rest of us, I said, I will give you my help. I will give you my support. I want nothing in return. I want to put the UNC in power. I don't even need I don't need a job. I don't need a cut. I don't need a shortcut. I don't need a title. I don't want a blue light. I want nothing. If you need my help after you get in the government, no problem. If you don't, run with it. But I want to remove the romping, galloping PNM because it's not the PNM that galloping, you know. It's the funny money squad, the financiers, those who dare to thief. It is they that are romping. When Farris and them going into the parliament to pass these laws that facilitates criminality, they are doing it at the behest of the funny money squad. And that is our reality. Lemma McLeod Wilkinson is saying, I want a country that works. I agree. But if I want to hang up a picture, I need to figure out how I get in that picture to defy gravity? Am I going to drill a hole and put a wall plug and screw in a screw and put 2 strings on the back of the picture and hang it? Am I going to buy one of them plastic things that they sell in the frame shop with 5 pins in it, pound that in? Will that take the weight? Is it light? Could I put double-sided tape and stick it on? I need to know. I can't just say I want the picture on the wall and it hanging. I need to find out how I'm going to get there. And from where I stand, and from what I have seen, 26 years of activism, I have brought 2 laws. I have gotten dangerous dogs off the streets. And I've gotten a children's authority. I got handicap parking. I got a bypass for Diego Martin residents at 4 Roads. I have been out here long time. So when people come to talk to me and tell me what I should be doing, pump all your brakes. Because my political resume, my pedigree is sound. And I don't want to be boasting. I just want to say, tonight I read in the Express, Brian Manning is marrying Shelley Das. And I have never seen 2 people more deserving of each other. What I found amusing is the Express gave us their resume. Who had what degrees in what. And I don't think marriage is about that. I think they was confused. I was waiting to see if we was going to get more personal information, because why would Das and Manning getting married require us to know who have a masters and who have a mistress? Not my business. It's barely my business to know that they married in each other. But I think I'm happy for them. I think they deserve each other. That is a match made in heaven. I think they deserve each other. Express, where was going with the resume? I want to know. I'd really, really like to know. But back on point, where I stand in the politics now, the opposition cannot sit and wait. There'll be nothing. And it is not like the UNC stocks are going to grow. They are doing them what they want in the parliament. The Senate president is sitting down, cocked like a mapipi, waiting on Anil Roberts every single day. Now, Anil Roberts and Douglas politics will continue to share and say, look how unfair, look how unjust, look how unfair, look how unjust, look how unfair, look how unjust. But at some point, you'll realize she winning. They winning. Because even though you're going to find people to bitch and moan with you and clap and say, yeah boy, nice cleavage, yeah boy, you're right, unfair, unjust. And then what? And that's my question. I should have named this video that. And then what? What's the game? What's the long game? What's the plan? What's the goal? What's the objective? What are you trying to accomplish? Feel sorry for you? Because the Senate president beating you? All right. You have my sympathy. Because Stuart Young was able to destroy you. Stuart Young. A man who is more bland than boiled Christophine. I mean, Stuart Young, he's almost translucent. First, he is devoid of any kind of charm or personality. You set that man up to hit you for 6. And when you stand up in the Senate and talk about videos, you give Stuart Young the ability to say Anil Roberts is the last man who should be talking about videos. You had to know that ball was coming back, brother. You had to know. Only don't think. You can't be talking videos and you're the last man, and you should have known that, and you give Mr. Christophine the opportunity to hit you for 6. This game now, the opposition is looking weak. Kamala Persad-Bissessar, you need to call everybody. You didn't want to call me. I mean, my mouth big and I have plenty followers, but you don't want to call me. I'm still supporting you. If you announce the march for your planet and you have a good objective, I'm marching with you. You don't want to include me in your meeting. I ain't looking for respect. I ain't looking for pips. I ain't looking for props. I cool. I good now. I just want my objective to remove the funny money squad from controlling my treasury through Keith Rowley and that bandit brigade. That's my objective. I declare, and anything that you think could accomplish that legally, lawfully, and have a Trinidad that we could run seamlessly after, I with you. I with you. I will put on my red drawers, my white socks, my black shoes, 90 road. I with you. Call everybody Kamla before it is too late. And the reason I am putting it on Kamla, and I want you to understand this, because we test it. Everybody tell us nobody voting for third party. We say you're mad. We will build it. They're not voting for recycled politicians. We bring in none. We will build it. They're not looking for anything outside the PNM. You're crazy. We will change it. They're only voting race. You're mad. We'll fix that too. We push hard. We try. There are people who sat on their flabby asses, did nothing for nobody, didn't even send off $5 in a brown envelope to say, carry on, guys. But telling me, don't give up. You all need to hold holy line. A man say, holy course, your time coming. My time coming? Watch now. A man named Richard Zen O'Brien said everything outside of the PNM is chaos and we are Exhibit A. I want to tell the man, you have no house, you have no job, you have no business, you have no car. You're on Facebook talking to people. Everything you own, the bank own. And if you trip on the pavement and bust your head and you have to lie down for 2 weeks, the bank take everything in the outside people's house, knocking on the door, looking for a bed to sleep on and a bowl of cornflakes. Partner, I good. I don't need. I didn't come into this for myself to get. I good. If I wanted to get, look at how pretty I am. Hear how bright I am. PNM, if the PNM took Stuart Young last minute, come there, man. We taking you too. Look at what the UNC, look, they fight over Gypsy. Winston Gypsy Peters are extempo, man. They want to fight over anybody who willing to bring something to take in. I'll be inside and ready with the long bags. I'm not in this for me. I'm in this for a better country and for my family, because my blasted parents wouldn't leave. If I could get them to leave, I'd tell them tonight, when the airport open, let me just go now. I want to put on something nice and wintry with some gloves and things. I sure I will look sexy in a trench coat. You can imagine that. You can imagine the Phil in a trench coat doing a live, black gloves. Come on. I want to pull a Suzette on them. I safe, telling all your march. But the cleavage squad who waiting for tomorrow's selfie come at me. So I pull on my post. Because I can't argue with every jackass. I will do my live video so that you hear the logic in what I am saying. If you are going to follow somebody, make sure that they're here and they're in front. Because follow means to stand behind, not to be directed by and sent off on a mission. You go on a message. I send it all you. Throw all yourself in the street and march. Let me know how it go. Tell them I send all you. And again, before all you knew her, I put her there. I knew she have some capacity. She have some capability. But the reason she can't find nowhere to touch down, she can't build a party. Because 400 old men sitting down waiting for your today's cleavage shot can't give you the kind of momentum. We built the Progressive Empowerment Party and give them a run for the money. 1 week later, out of the election, the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago was formed. It's easy to talk, you know. Words cheap. You don't have to pay for it. It's easy. But you see, action, 7,000 members. This Saturday here, the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago is having a grand Christmas market in the grandstand of the Queen's Park Savannah. 250 vendors, people of all kind of thing. A man bringing a backhoe to put up. If you see the kind of things going on there, And we doing that, and everybody coming to shop for free. And if you're a Citizens Union member, you're vending for free in this and all the other markets we have in. We plan to have one every quarter. We're launching a Citizens Union marketing company. We're giving you a newsletter, coupons, savings, discounts. All of that happening right now, while the rest of them talking, putting on their gloves and their jacket and the tie. And the outside here talking a good fight, sending you on a mission. The Progressive Empowerment Party working. So don't give me talk. I don't like that. Felicia Holder and the crew raised the $30,000 to pay for the grandstand to make it free for our members. Free. Free. Not quarter free, not 20% free. Free. Join the Progressive join the Citizens Union. See how pep in my mind? Join the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago, and everything that we do is free. Hope I invited Clara. I don't know who's Clara. But that's the truth. That's the truth. So I don't mind. When I talk and you come at me, make sure that like Shelly Das and Manning, you have your resume in your hand. Because I have mine. I know what I did. I know what I could do. I know what we're doing now. And we're going to cross our we're aiming to cross 10,000 Citizens Union members before December 31st. And if we get that, we're sending out Christmas presents to all. We're sending out Christmas presents to all. Yes, the Progressive Empowerment Party is still here. It ain't going nowhere. And maybe, who knows, 150,000 Citizens Union members will work politically with the PEP. We don't know. The future have a lot. I'm not leading it. This is my job now. When people call me from state organizations, private institutions, when people call me and tell me ways that Trinidad and Tobago is not working, I am fixing it for them. And I am doing it, and I am keeping a score sheet. So when people tell you what they about the video and the post, and how much likes and shares they get, I will tell you what I've accomplished while that was going on. And it's not just me. Our team that built the PEP is the team building the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago. It is the same mission, a better country for everybody. Now, while there is no way to contest it politically for us, we will use our strengths and our ability to stand with the weak, the unrepresented, the dispossessed, the disadvantaged, and help them. Rescue house, rescue car, rescue people. We've done in a very short space of time so much that people telling people, find Citizens Union and join it. If you don't know yet that there is a Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago, come this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the grandstand. They will sign you up there. They'll give you a further discount. Tell them I tell you that. Come and vend. Listen, you don't matter vend. If you're in business and you want to exhibit what you do, just make bricks or blocks, just make lollipop or lollies, come. Butcher, baker, candlestick maker, come. Once you join the Citizens Union, it's free. And you only have to join once. You only have to pay membership dues once for the year. It's $100 to join, to register, and $250 a year to be a fully paid up member of the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago. I'll tell you something. There'll be quick time when tires, groceries, hospital, doctor, pharmacy, any goods and services that goes to make up our life, hairdresser, shoemaker, anything, we will be getting discount savings, coupons, pizza. We have 3 different pizza restaurants right now willing to give us every quarter to CUTT members. Bring this coupon when you come in. Buy a pizza and get one free. That money, just that, is almost the saving of the whole membership that you join. Come Saturday and they'll join you up. But if you are in business, if you're making food and you want to come and do some food here, and your restaurant open, but you want to send 200 lunch to sell in the Savannah, it's free. Join the Citizens Union, just come and sell it free. Just call Felicia, 769-4590, 769-4590. They have 2 numbers for the cut. There's 471 CUTT and another one, I can't remember, but Satish is going to put it up on the wall at some point, and you're going to know it, and you're going to get it offhand, but it's 2 CUTT numbers. and somebody will find it and put it up in the thread, I'm sure. But I could tell you Felicia number, 769-4590. And if you need more information, you could WhatsApp me on 682-2110, 682-2110. The whole country, my phone number like a dynamite paper. Everybody know it. And I don't mind. I really don't mind. I want to help people. I want to know that at the end of the market at this Saturday, people leave there happy. They come to spend their little Christmas money because the lockdown hurt them and they get bargains. And the people who came to vend that had nowhere to sell for the Christmas, walking away telling people, Citizens Union save we, help we, family will get through to January. If you have second-hand things that you're not using, you need to turn it into some money, call Felicia, take a table. And they're telling you, if you can't pay the full membership one time, they stagger it all through the year. Call them, come on board. 486-2888 or 471-2888. 486-CUT, 471-CUT. We have 10 more numbers coming. All of them going to be cut. CUTT. 486 CUTT, 471 CUTT. And it is going to be very well organized. It is sanitized. It is social distance. That's why we went for that huge venue, so that we could enforce social distancing. Our first correspondence after we got the venue was direct to the Commissioner of Police. Sir, we want your permission and we want your guidance. He gave us both. So we know exactly what we're going to do. Check-in temperature, hand wash stations to come in, sanitizer all through the place. Everybody know the rules now. We're not going to kill the farmers market. They are early in the morning and they finish by 10, 12. And we're telling all of them in the farmers market, if you still have things to sell, bring it inside our market and stay here and sell till evening. So we're not going to kill them. We're going to work with them. We want to help everybody. Our business now, the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago, is to help all the poor people, the small people, the masses, the huddle masses of Trinidad and Tobago, the 1.4 million people that are not being represented in that parliament. We want to build a movement that will give them representation. A man tell me that he was, I wonder if I should say this, boy. People using my name. People having problems in different state organizations and calling my number, sending me WhatsApp, and if I respond, showing it to people and say, listen, I know Phillip Alexander and I will get him to put you on blast. Now listen, I ain't happy about that. I'm not happy with people using my name as a threat. Okay? But I'm happy that even my name is helping people get through with life. This is a difficult country to live in. And a lot of the reasons it is difficult goes to the deliberate failure of government. What Michel used to call deliberate incompetency. We, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, have to stand together. We have to stand together. When I announce things that we're doing, people who want to interrupt us, just go and do what they have to do with their influence and their money. So I'm going to start to play some of my cards real close to my chest. Some things only going to get announced after it happens. I'm saying to all of you, if you want to make some money for Christmas, and you have clothes, and you have things in the house that you don't use, we have a whole section called Second-Hand Bazaar. Come inside of there. It's free. Come and sell. Just call Felicia, and she have a whole call center of people. And somebody will reach out to you, set you right, get your location and everything. Coming back to the whole point of all of this, the people of Trinidad and Tobago have to be guided. They have to believe, because we believe politically that there are three types of people. All of us believe this. We believe that all the Afro-Trinis or the majority vote in PNM, and all the Indo-Trinis or the majority vote in UNC, and that they have a whole third of the population who ain't doing nothing. They ain't getting on their bed. They don't care. They go roll their eyes on Facebook like the shit, like the bad roads and the no water in the pipe and the raising of all the costs of living not affecting them. I don't understand the inanity, the intellectual bankruptcy, the depravity it takes for you to refuse to act in your own best interest. I never understand that. I never understand it. But I'm saying, Kamla Prasad Bisesa have 350,000 people that she could mobilize. And if she could mobilize that, I could mobilize the rest. And together, all of us, not just me, they have 21 other parties. They have 100 civil societies. Gary Abood and Fisherman and Friends of the Sea, and Kirkwaite and Fixing TNT, and even Suzette and herself and her cleavage squad. All could work together, get the PNM out of office, break the fingers of the Funny Money Squad, and rebuild Trinidad and Tobago. That is a vision. That's a vision for a better TNT. And once people taste people power, once they realize that they can do that, the UNC have to toe the line. And I want to say again, I don't think she fooling me. I think Kamla was brave, courageous. She got rid of some people that was pulling down that party. And still, with brand new faces, was in kissing distance of beating the PNM. If she had Watson Duke and our votes, she beat PNM. So, if we know that, we work together, it's really easy to spit left and spit right, you know. It's really easy to sit down. I telling you, for years I tell you, two sides of the same cancer. I was so disappointed in Bastio Pandey. And then the People's Partnership disappointed me further, because the Congress of the People that I thought was the second coming of decency in Trinidad and Tobago turned out to be another gathering of agenda whores, people who were just looking to see what they could get for themselves. But it is what it is. We need now to go forward from here as a Trinidad and Tobago that works. And the only way that can happen is if we have a clear idea. So if you're wasting your energy going to march around the Red House, wave flag, do it, you know. Today I sat down with a historian who told me in Trinidad and Tobago there was a time. Actually, I'm going to do that in a whole other video. This is the point. All of you need to call on Kamla Prasad Bisesa. She is the leader of the opposition. She is the next big dog in this fight. All of you have to respect big dog PNM, big dog UNC. No problem. I am doing that. I want all of the UNC members to hear me. We could roar, tell Kamla, convene a round table of all of civil society, of all political leaders. Let us get a goal and a plan. She'd have to share power. She'd have to make a next partnership. It could be UNC alone. In fact, it will be better, because they have some good people in that party now. They have some good and capable and decent people in the party that I will gladly give my vote to. I am giving my public support to. I want the Funny Money Squad gone, but I want them moved by people power. I want you to demonstrate. Trinidadians spend $1 billion a day on average. $1 billion a day. 7 days of no sales. KFC in trouble, you know. I'll tell you why they'll be in trouble. Royal Castle too. So don't let it feel like it's just the Syrian are targeted. Royal Castle is Indian. Who own Church's Chicken? Who own Japs? All of them need to sell what they have in stock, or they not only did they not get a sale, they have to throw inventory away. The business community of Trinidad and Tobago don't want a shutdown. And it is the business community of Trinidad and Tobago that has the ear of the government. It could come to that. You don't have to march around no Red House. You don't have to go and march and shout and pelt stone and burn things. Come on. Stay home. Give your money to the doubles man and the little roti shop and the little fried chicken shop in the parlor. Find all of the small businesses. Let me tell you something. I used to do sales straight out of school. My first job, well, besides after working for Rich Bear Limited installing burglar alarms, I was a salesman for Holiday Foods. I learned sales on the road all through Trinidad and Tobago, and my breakfast every morning was looking for a place to sell to buy doubles or hops and chow mein, or you know, hops and you ever eat hops and macaroni pie with ketchup? It tastes real nice. We could keep the small businesses in operation. We could buy in all the little groceries, in all the little mini marts, and sacrifice. It's going to take some sacrifice. You don't have to eat ham and jam every day. If you want a better country, you have to take some time off and reflect and say, you know what? I'll eat toast and drink hot chocolate, and then they say Milo every day. 7 days. 7 days of a shutdown. It's not the same as the lockdown, but coming on the heels of the lockdown, nobody can take that. 7 days of a shutdown. Massey, Price Smart, Superfarm, they can't take that. They will tell Rowley, call an election. They will tell him. Right now, the Chamber of Commerce, the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, the Law Association, pissed with the government over Clause 5 in the procurement bill. Because they know, and they wrote and they said, reconsider. Because everybody knows it is legitimizing corruption. You have neutered the bill. You've taken the power of the law, you've taken it away. So everybody on the same page. If you organize the people, Kamala, if you want your destiny, if you want a better Trinidad and Tobago, if that was ever your goal, the time is now. My number is 682-2110. Call me. I will guard your back. I will get you in office. And you could keep all the people around you. And I don't need a salary. I don't need a handout. I don't need a hand up. I don't want a job. I cool. I want a better Trinidad and Tobago. And once all of us on the same page, that is what we're going for, let's break the funny money squad. Let's get the PNM out of office. Let's end the blight on Trinidad and Tobago, starting here. Yeah? We can do it. Remember, in case I don't do a live tomorrow, Saturday from 10 a.m. in the grandstand, Queen's Park, Savannah, the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago is going to have a massive Christmas market, bargains galore. If you are a vendor or an exhibitor or a restaurateur or somebody who just want to come and sell hops and cheese and Milo or hot chocolate, cocoa tea, come. Take a table. Call Felicia, 769-4590. Satish just put the 2 cut numbers, and for the life of me, I forget them again. But they will share it with you again. We have to take this premeditated step to join together as people. We have to join together as citizens. That's why I say I am running for no office. And I don't want any position but Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago. I want what I do to transcend politics. I want PNM voters, I want PNM supporters to know that what I am doing here is to help them. I want to help Mova, Beatam, Lavantel, and Silots. I want to be the guy that turned that around for them. I want to go in Beatam and help them turn that into a proper community where all those people keep their homes. Keep their homes. I want to go up in Lavantel. I want to go up in East Port of Spain and make sure that everybody not only get to keep their homes, they get to develop their community. That's what I want. 486-CUT, 471-CUT, 486-2888, 471-2888, or 769-4590, Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. But you could call them now. You call them tomorrow, and they will organize you, your table. Come and be a part of this. Those of you who are not yet members of the Citizens Union of Trinidad and Tobago, show up Saturday morning. There will be tables with agents to sign you up. Yeah? I think that's it for me. I don't have anything else to add. I said I was going to take some calls. Anybody want to call in, tell me now. If you write the word yes on the thread, I'll hold up for a minute and you could call me and we could talk for a minute. My throat was dry. And I think we're good. Nobody needs to call, and that's fantastic because this went on long. So a pit bull with no loyalties that's trained to kill and a pumpek with rabies are our choices. Shaking my head, bro. Elijah Daly, I will give you the opportunity to call me. 308 Phil now. Call me and tell me what you think we should do now. Tell me. Everybody want me to be fighting up as the head of the PEP till I'm dead for no value to get us nowhere. She pointed out. Why waste my life? Why waste your time? Why? If you think that there is a better way, guide me. Tell me. Tell me if you think that there's a better way other than this. The Funny Money Squad they've hijacked Bali's house. To the PNM supporters who vote in PNM and thinking this is PNM, why you think they are the ones losing the most? Why you think they are the ones, their parents, their grandparents, they're losing their pension, they're losing school, they're losing education? Who you think losing the most? PNM supporters. I want to help them. I want to help all of the small people in Trinidad and Tobago, the masses who catching their tail. I want to help them. I want a unit of work in Trinidad and Tobago to be paying you the same as a unit of work in New York City or London or Paris or Rio de Janeiro. I want you to have a better quality of life. I want to work for that. If anybody could think of a way, we don't tell me to go and fight up as a third party again. We did that. We worked 7 days a week. Our crew didn't stop. We didn't phone it in. We didn't show up the week before elections like some of them. You all know that. We had hundreds of public meetings. We were open every Saturday at noon. And we were there for 3, 4, 5 hours. You all know how hard we worked as the Progressive Empowerment Party. So don't tell me that you think that that is somehow a way forward. Tell me if there is a better plan than the plan that I have enunciated tonight. You tell me. I want guidance. If not, this is what I am doing. Yeah? Until tomorrow.